Hi Scorpio, welcome to your August general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Scorpio. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear this message. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Scorpio. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Scorpio and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl to clear and set the energy for you guys. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and see what is happening in your love life in August. What do you need to be aware of, know about? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anyone dealing with the Scorpio. What is going on? Spirit, please reveal it to us so we can give Scorpio clarity, insight, healing, and guidance. We have broken here. The damage has already been done, and I don't know how to pick up the pieces. Ooh, Scorpio, someone feels as if they sabotaged a connection here. They feel pretty devastated by it. You have been not budging with this person. And the letter B is sticking out to me, as in Brandon, Brittany, first, middle, last initial may mean something to someone. But yeah, Scorpio, they feel blocked by you. Maybe you did block them quite literally. And yeah, they are feeling pretty devastated by what has happened between the two of you and the fact that you still haven't texted back, messaged back, reached out. It's really making them spiral a little bit here. Tell me more for Scorpio. Why are they coming through? What do they want to say? What is the purpose of this? Home. You're the missing puzzle piece that makes me feel that I'm right where I belong. I wonder with home here, particularly that you guys come from like the same city. You may have grown up and, with each other through school, known each other for a very, very long time. Maybe even for some of you at a period of time you lived with this person, or you guys would always kick it at your house, their house. You got to that point where you'd hang out at like almost every weekend, coming over, staying the night, having weekends together. And they miss that. They really do. Man, I gotta say, I have a feeling if they, of course, know where you live and stuff, they drive by it just because they miss you, because they want to see if your car is there, if someone else's car is there. I'm just throwing that out there because I'm definitely seeing that for some of you guys. Then sensitive. Thinking about you makes me feel emotional, and I want to open up to you about how I've been feeling. Yeah, they feel like they didn't get their word in. They feel like they didn't get to explain. Scorpio, this person, when it comes to you, they get very emotional thinking about you. They get emotional thinking about how things ended. They feel as if they mess things up, but they feel like they want to fix it, and the opportunity to fix it hasn't come. So yeah, I still feel persistence here though. I still feel as if they're very certain that you're still their person and that there's something that still needs to be addressed. But they're losing their patience almost, as if, I'm kind of getting from this. Especially if you block them, that sent them on a whole nother edge, okay? So let's get into this and see why Spirit is bringing this person's energy in. Is something going to happen? Let's dig in, because I do feel someone needs to get some sort of clarity on this situation. Yeah. Knight of Wands, dead center of this, Sagittarius energy. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or someone with strong Sagittarius in their chart. I'm going to get all the cards out first, and then I will show you them. But yeah. Wow, yeah. Okay, whoa. 3 major arcana cards out of the 4 that are on the table. This is big. There is going to be some significant change here that is going to have long-term impacts on both of you. Definitely, with whatever they choose to do, with whatever happens between the two of you from now to the end of the month. It is going to be major, major here. Yeah, okay. So let's get right on into it. Dead center of this is the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. So they are still very much into the idea, into the feelings that they have for you. They are persistent. They don't give up. They feel a need to fight for this Scorpio. They feel a need to fight for you. And they are ready to go through any trials or tribulations to make this happen. But again, these are impulsive people. These are reactive people. And with the Knight of Wands in the center of this, I do feel like you felt like this person, different things with Knight of Wands, couldn't be committed, one thing, never stayed consistent. You know, as far as like making this go to another level, like I feel for a long time they were comfortable at keeping things, you know, casually, even though feelings were involved, or, you know, not making it exclusive with you, not, you know, getting serious enough to start having like maybe a marriage come through or something that could provide stability, and knowing that anything was worth sticking out to see it through the end. This person likes to go out a lot. This person may come off as a charmer, a flirt, someone who uses their independence as a means to kind of go for certain things that, I don't know, something happened, Scorpio, where they blew their last chance, or you felt like they really did something so impulsive, so risky, that it gave you a certainty that something had to end. With this Knight of Wands, I do feel now, though, they're redirecting that fire, that passion back into, you know, damage control. I do feel that this person may be very hot-tempered as well. I do feel as if this person gets their passions deeply involved and then likes to kind of start arguments, drama, in a sense. But with this Knight of Wands, yeah, I do feel, Scorpio, what you're going to see in August with this person is they're still getting at it. Even if you block them, they're going to try to find other ways. They may start faking accounts to add you on social media and message you from different numbers. They may try to pop up at certain bars, hangouts that you used to go to, hoping they'll run into you there. They want to face this head on. They definitely do. Someone could have a red car as well. And I'm seeing like a stick drive. So, you know, whether someone drives a stick type of drive, or like this situation has been difficult to navigate, to handle. But they see this as a challenge. They see this as an opportunity to really show you now more than before their true dedication and persistence. But with the Knight of Wands, again, like I'm still not seeing the king or the queen here to really solidify that they're ready to actually make the changes that they need to make. That's still up in the air, really. Maybe the last time you saw them, you were wearing red or they were wearing red. I kind of want to clarify this Knight of Wands here and see why this is so, why they're trying to fight for this so hard, or if this kind of shows what happened here. Why is the Knight of Wands at the dead center of this? Judgment. They didn't act fast enough. They didn't make the moves that you were hoping they would make by a certain time frame, certain time limit. And, you know, again, with judgment here, they're really afraid that judgment has been passed and they don't want it to go into full circle here. They don't want this judgment to be the end all say all between the two of you. And I do feel, Scorpio, that they are kind of seeing you be the one to put an end to this, to kind of finalize this, to separate yourself from this. But almost as if you told them, like, I see no point to this, there isn't moving on, you know, I'm over it. They want to prove you wrong is kind of what I'm getting from this. Yeah, Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Gemini energy. It wasn't easy for you to end this by any means. I do feel as if you felt something strong here emotionally, passionately with this person, but you couldn't just rely on your passions and emotions, especially as long as it took to see the reality of the situation. Because no matter how strongly you felt about it, how passionate you felt between the two of you, there were still things not happening in the 3D. And by the lack of what was happening in the 3D, that was evidence for you. I feel like you just couldn't get them to wake up. I don't know, like a way of being was too normal for them. They got too comfortable. And you couldn't get them to kind of start doing the things you needed to see to make you feel like this was sure. Just even hearing things, you know, I don't know, you almost felt like they gave up, which made you want to give up. But that was not what their purpose was. That is not how they thought this was going to end between the two of you, Scorpio. But yeah, with Judgment here, it is a card about like second chances or trying to make something happen from the past, you know, revitalize the past. And it's like, that's what they're setting out to do now, Scorpio. I do feel they call you a lot, call you from block numbers even. Whew. What's crossing this is the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, Sagittarius energy again, but I also feel Pisces energy with this card here. I feel this was the challenge of the situation, the lack of progress, the lack of anything, any improvement between the two of you. Now, if this is just enhancing the reading here, yeah, they still feel a destiny between the two of you. They still feel fated with you. They still feel like there was more to happen. They feel as if, you know, what has been placed out of their hands as far as you breaking up with them, you kind of deleting their number, being over it, they're trying to take control back of the situation. Now, I wonder for some of you guys if it was fated for you two to meet, so some realization can happen here. I do feel like this was someone's wake-up call to kind of grow up, in a sense, to mature, to really realize when they mess around too much, they end up playing themselves at the end of the day. But yeah, they just feel as if whatever has happened outside of their control, now is the time to fix it. They want to see this improve. They don't want this to be at the bottom of the wheel, broken between the two of you anymore. They want this to propel out of it. They want this to grow between the two of you. Because they do feel like they found something very special here with the Wheel of Fortune. Someone could have, you know, hieroglyphic tattoos, a deep ties to the Egyptian gods, goddesses, Isis, Sekhmet, Thoth. But what's crowning this is the Moon card. Pisces energy, Cancer energy. Here's where the sensitivity is coming in, right? And I still feel like for some reason, whether this was on and off or whether something about this ending is making it a lot more serious for them, their emotions are starting to get very high. I do feel that through this breakup or whatever, you're really seeing the emotions come out from them that you didn't see before. They tried to, you know, maybe while you were together, they tried to not show how sensitive, emotional they were. It wasn't until this breakup or until you kind of stopped texting them, calling them, hanging out with them, that now you're starting to see a whole nother side. That is very emotional. That is very needy almost for some of you guys, or clingy, which they try their hardest to not come off that way with the Knight of Wands, but nonetheless, their true colors are showing now through this. They have dreams of you, Scorpio, daydreams of you, fantasies of you that they still want to keep alive and going. And maybe the fantasies of you two being together, reconciling, coming back is what's the driving force of them to fight for this. What's reading this is Temperance. Sagittarius energy, Libra energy for me as a reader here. Yeah, I do feel the purpose of this, Scorpio, for you to kind of break this off is to heal from the disappointment, from what you felt like was a failure, what you felt like couldn't work out. You've really done a lot to reconnect with spirit, with your inner source again. I do feel as if in some ways, you know, you kind of, where you were waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to change, you kind of accepted a lot here based off of the evidence of what they couldn't do, what they wouldn't do, what they weren't willing to do for you. So I do feel you had to choose this for yourself to heal, to overcome. But there's still a lot of emotions and passions here that I feel you're working through, that I feel you're healing, or actually realizing like, I could still always care, I could still, you know, have thoughts and feelings for them, but, you know, I can't completely sacrifice myself and my well-being for this. The waiting, the, you know, open promises, the broken promises, that is what I feel you're protecting yourself from now. If it didn't happen then, why would it happen now? I feel is some sort of realization or feeling that you have about this person and this situation. I just got this weird tickle in my throat, itch in my throat. Yeah, I wonder if someone got emotional hearing me say that, or if someone is going through some sort of allergies or cold, that kind of is happening now. But yeah, I do feel, Scorpio, the thing that's driving them the most crazy is not even the words you said, not even your anger, but your silence. Your silence is what's haunting them. Your silence is what's driving them crazy, because maybe before you were so emotionally expressive, you are someone that wears your heart on your sleeve, but you know, you kind of may have felt like, what's the point if they don't even take my thoughts and feelings into consideration? Maybe that's how you felt. So maybe you think that the silence will give them the answer that they're seeking. They don't want to leave this in the universe's hands. They don't want to leave this seeing how their consequences will play out at the end of the day. They don't want to leave this up to karma. They're trying to do whatever they can to reverse the karma and to fix it. But can that be fixed? In the recent past, we have Strength, Leo energy. Yeah, Scorpio, again, like whether they've been trying to call you constantly, text you, reach out to you, you have been holding it down. You have not been giving in like you may have given in to them before. Your strength is really shocking them. I do feel in this way you are really communicating your expectations, your needs clearly. I feel with this Strength card here, you have been holding back, but you've been holding back not because you're afraid, not because you don't know how you feel about the situation, but you're holding back because you know that's best for you. You know you've done all that you could. And you need to see more. It's not just about sorry anymore. It's not just about I'll fix it, I'll change. Now with the Strength card here, if this is their energy, and I have to say, like, they're building up the courage, they're getting the strength to make this happen. They're convinced. I'm telling you, convinced. that you are part of their fate. And I mean, something about this time around, Scorpio, really is scaring them, really is making them worry, panic, frantic. But maybe this is what led to them finally needing to step up and do something about it. Someone could wear a gold chain necklace. Anyway, what you don't see is the Nine of Swords, what's hidden. Gemini energy. Yeah, Scorpio, you're constantly on their mind. Since this has not been fixed, mended, healed, it has been a #1 priority in their mind. And I do feel even the silence is irritating them, is making them worried, is making them stressed out. They've had sleepless nights. They've had nights where they stay up very late looking at your social media, looking at past messages you guys sent to each other, looking at pictures of one another that you guys have saved in the phone. It's making them anxious. It's stressing them out. It's making them frantic. And I do feel, you know, this sense of worry of like, what can I do? Is there anything I can do? Is this truly lost? Is this truly gone? And even with the Moon card and Sensitive, like I am confident enough to say that they've shed a tear or teared up over thinking about you, over thinking about messing this up with you, of not doing enough, of not showing you, of taking this for granted in any sense or way. They're definitely feeling it, Scorpio, in full mode here. And the fact that they still haven't been able to fix this or solve this is what's keeping them worried and stressed out. If this was you, you know, during this connection, the worries, I don't know, I even kind of feel like with the Knight of Wands at the center of this person would like keep you up at night, like whether they said they were going to come and stop by and never showed up, or left you hanging, left you worried, wondering if there were other people involved or what they were really doing. I do feel that like you got some sort of message from Spirit, some sort of confirmation, whether you pulled your own cards, whether you asked a tarot reader, went on YouTube and found a specific reading that kind of gave you the final confirmation to cut this off, to end it, like, or even just an intuitive nudge with this owl energy here. I do feel your love, your feelings for this person kind of blinded you to the reality before, but once you kind of got some sort of download, some sort of message sent from Spirit, God, about this situation, about this person and what to do about it, everything else fell in place. And I don't think what you did was the wrong thing to do. In fact, I think it's what's kind of really showed you your boundaries, your expectations, your value, what you're looking for, what you need, and what you'll no longer tolerate. And I do feel in your own way you tried to talk it out with this person, you tried to communicate that, but they didn't want to listen. And they may have not wanted to listen because they didn't take the thought of you leaving seriously. They didn't think that was going to happen for as long as you've known each other, for as long as this has been going on. But this really shook them to the core that you've pulled through with this and you're really holding out and you're not going to message back until you see something changed, until you see something that could make you believe in this again. But yeah, most definitely, Scorpio, they're freaking out. All right, Scorpio, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold, are they going to do anything about it? Is this just going to fizzle and die out? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome of this situation, what's likely to happen and unfold by the end of the month that you need to be aware of. Pull some more cards to just dive deeper into this situation. If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find a link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Scorpio, I really hope that this reading resonated with you. I hope it provided you with confirmation, clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to whatever is going on in your love life at this time. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Scorpio, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Scorpio.